This is ink, and it is for those of you who don't want to write on an iPad screen, you want to write on pen and paper, but you want to digitally back up your notes and be able to search through them. So there's no extra gadgets. It's a smart pen, a smart notebook, and the age-old writing on pen and paper feel. So I think this is great for journaling. This is great for note-taking when you're in class or in meetings. You can quickly turn around, transcribe this, send it off to whoever you want to, or just have a searchable database of all of your morning thoughts over the years. It's that like analog note-taking writing experience that's very focused and intentional, but has that sort of modern tech piece to it that just makes it all the more better. Let's talk about the design and the build overview. So the first thing here is sort of, in my opinion, around the pen. It has this very interesting grip on it, which I think makes writing feel really good. And it also keeps the pen in the best sort of angle that you need for writing with this. There's like a little sensor camera here at the bottom that needs to be facing a certain way. So that grip feels really nice. It has a really nice, unique look with this clip here, which is great. I will say it's all plastic. I think it could be a little bit heftier, and maybe in the future they'll come out with maybe a metal version of this that maybe costs a little more but is a little bit more substantial. That said, it feels great. It feels premium. It's just all plastic design, which keeps it light. So if you like lighter writing utensils, that's perfect. They come in two colors for the pen, moon white and velvet black. I think both look amazing. And this pop of color, this color, hex code, whatever you want to call it, looks so nice. I like that orange. For those of you who really care about this stuff, writing with this feels really, really nice just as a pen in and of itself. A metal tip here, a smooth writing experience. Now, I have some thoughts on the spiral notebooks. They have this smaller A5 size, and then they have the 8.5 by 11 that you're probably used to writing on with a notebook. I love that they have two sizes. I like that it's spiral bound just because it's easy to do this, throw it around. The thing is I kind of wish it was a little bit more premium. As you can see here down in the bottom, it says volume 0, and you can get a bunch of these, have volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as you fill these out, and you can put these on your shelf. But because of the quality here, it doesn't really feel like that keepsake aspect to journaling is thought of here. That said though, ink is very interesting because you're digitally backing up these notes as well. So maybe there's this balance between not wanting to produce a notebook that would cost an arm and a leg because they also have to worry about the whole digitization of all of this. And there's a fine balance there. And I personally think the price point here is pretty great for all that you're getting. All that said, I'm not a huge like notebook snob. And so for me, this is perfect, especially since I know that everything in here is going to be backed up digitally. I don't even know if this is something that I would personally keep because all of my notes will be in the cloud. The notebook itself is very interesting. It's college ruled, and then it has these really little tiny micro dots, which is how this pen and notebook situation does all of its tracking, knowing what page you're writing on, knowing where on the page you're writing. It's pretty cool tech actually. I actually heard from the brand that they're actually going to be making more premium versions of the notebook, so they can be more of a keepsake item that you write in. It can sit on your shelf. So that will be coming. They just want a wide variety of affordable products so that everyone can have access to this kind of software and hardware and technology. So some of the questions that I had right out of the box are, how long does the battery last? How long can you write with this before you have to back it up to your phone? That kind of thing. So we're going to answer that now as we talk about the function. So battery life in the pen has up to 10 hours of continuous writing and around 100 days of standby time. So if it's in a drawer somewhere, if you pick it up in 50 days, it's still going to have a charge. Charges via USB-C, and it takes about 2 hours to fully charge to 100%. Now the second part, you can write with this about 75 pages without having to sync it to your phone. So the memory inside here is actually pretty decent. You could easily take this on a weekend trip, fill out a ton of pages journaling, come back on a Monday, and then sync it to your smartphone. It connects via Bluetooth to your phone or your iPad, and then once that is synced, it's synced across all your devices, even a web app version. So some of the cool features on the application are, of course, transcription of your handwriting, even to charts and math equations. It's obviously easy to share this out to others. And another really cool feature is if you actually have your phone next to you while you're writing, you can record vocally. So say you're sitting in class, you're recording the lecture, you're taking notes. You can actually go back through and click on parts of your notes and it will jump to the part in the recorded audio when you took that note. So if halfway through the lecture, the professor's talking about different types of biodiversity hotspots, and you remember writing down that keyword, you can click on it, it'll jump to that part in the audio, and you'll hear him talking or her talking about that section of the lecture. And that's pretty cool, especially for studying purposes. If I come in here and I click on whatever page that I want, I can get, of course, the transcript, which is pretty good. But something I can do is actually chat with Quinn. And Quinn is like the AI of this. So what's cool is I can ask, like, say this was a really big page of notes, and you can see it's already doing some cool AI stuff. So it's giving me ways to reduce the smell of my dog, because I said I don't like the smell of my dog. It's saying, I said I love a well-made old-fashioned. It's like a full course meal. It's asking me to describe the perfect old-fashioned. So it's already giving me some suggestions here, which I think is cool when writing. It gives you certain prompts or asks you to add on to what you've already said. But I could literally say, like, what? We'll actually search through like all of your notes. You mentioned that you don't like the smell of your dog. Let's do this. What month did I mention in this writing, question mark? So this is a good way, especially if like you're a student. April is an interesting month. If you're a student or something and you're trying to sort through your handwritten notes and remember something the professor said without going through here and reading, you can literally just question yourself and AI will help you to explore that. So that's pretty cool. So who is it for? It might be obvious to you who you think it would be for. Definitely students, creatives like myself, people who are in and out of meetings, taking notes, thinkers, professionals, writers, artists, really anyone who takes notes or journals, which is hopefully a lot of us. This is for those folks who still want to write on pen and paper, but they see a value in being able to search through their notes and not have to flip through a binder or something like that. For me, I don't love the experience of writing like on an iPad, and e-ink tablets are kind of a step in the right direction, but it still doesn't have the feeling of actual pen on paper that you're getting here. So special thanks to Ink for sending this out for review. If you'd like to pick one up for yourself, there will be a link in the description or in our bio, and we'll try to get you all a discount code as well. Make sure to follow and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.